Welcome back, bonus Lifeies. Have you guys worried up yet? Of course not, that's why you're here. But don't worry, because neither have I. Let's get into this mess. Now, again, I do actually have to give a disclaimer, okay? Because I am bothered. And this time it's with Christine. Now, I do not like, okay? I do not like when I'm bothered with Christine because I love her. But I have to tell the people the truth, okay? That's what I have to do, okay? So we're going to get to that in a moment. So we're back with the Browns, okay, at the home church. And Cody's ill-fitting suit, along with the blowout hair, this look is just sending me, okay? So I don't know whether you guys know who Worzel Gummidge is, but I'll put a picture up. So if you took Worzel Gummidge and Woody Harrelson, okay, that's and you mixed up their DNA. That is the look that Kody has going on here, okay? And I really, really love it, okay? I really do. And then I see the kids, and they are completely bored out of their nut. Now, bear in mind, these kids have a lot going on, okay? So some of them are just like having a little rest for themselves, okay? I bet these kids are absolutely raging that they didn't think about Mackenthie's plan first. Now, Kody and Robyn's look, okay? Just so much going on because Kody is bouncing back and forth. He's not quite sure. Now, I know that these two are into role playing. I just know it to be true. Now, I think, okay, that they love playing like a hero and a victim. But I think in this phase, okay, in the Las Vegas phase, they're going for more of a Little House on the Prairie role play, okay? Because if we look at Robyn, she's dressed like Carolyn Ingalls, okay? And then we see Kody, and Kody has the Charles Ingalls hair, so there's a lot going on. So these two, okay, this is not a cosplay, these two role play. I know it to be true. So anyway, we find out, okay, that we're looking for a social outlet for the teenagers, and we meet Pastor Ray. I did actually notice, okay, that the wives had their nails done, so I was glad to see that. Anyway, Pastor Ray is from a Presbyterian church, okay, which I think is the equivalent of Protestant. I don't know, but I just think that. Anyway, Pastor Ray is shaking everybody's hands. And I was wondering, why on earth is Robyn here? Like Robyn doesn't have teenagers. Like she doesn't have kids old enough to go to this like group. So I don't understand why she's here. Also, I just wanted to take a moment, okay? Because I have to say, Las Vegas is really, really suiting Mary. Mary looks beautiful here. Now the clothes are hideous, okay? They are. The hair is not great, but her skin, okay, her skin is glowing. Her makeup looks really good here. She hasn't found the black eyeliner yet. Stay away from the black eyeliner. But yeah, I just noticed like how attractive she is here. She's incredibly pretty. So Cody is saying to Pastor Ray that they moved from their house of faith, from their congregation. I thought that was very interesting, like the wording that he was using. So he's saying, apart from school, the kids don't have an outlet. So they're looking for the youth group that's open and accepting. Now they make it clear, okay, they are not looking for a new church. Now, Pastor Ray, I like this guy, by the way. I do like him, okay? Straight to the point kind of guy. So Pastor Ray is saying they've kids from all over the place. They don't judge. But he does let us know, okay, that to him, the Browns' religion is not biblical, okay? So he's not judging, okay? But he's letting us know that he is judging. but but anyway, I really, really loved that. I really, really did. So Janelle is grand with this. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. Like the religious aspect of it is not a big deal to her, okay? But realistically, Janelle just needs somewhere for these damn kids to go, okay? And now Christine, I don't know where this came from, okay? Because oh my God, she just burst out, right? And says, I'm sorry, I've tried to keep it in. And then she gives like this analogy about letting the kids out in the ocean and letting them choose. But then she's saying like we're sending them off to the sharks. And she keeps saying like no offense, Pastor Ray, like there's a certain stage when you can't just like no offense things, you know? Because if you say the word shark and you're say like a priest or a pastor or something, it does kind of bring up some connotations that aren't exactly good, right? You just like you can't no offense this shit, you know? So I was thinking, what on earth is going on with Christine here, you know? I couldn't believe that she was saying this. But Janelle wants to shut her up, okay? I can tell she does. And I have to say, Cody is very, very scarecrow as care. But Mary is trying to argue the point with Christine and Janelle. Janelle is coming in with the sense, okay? And Janelle is saying, we'll discuss it at home. Now, I did notice, Robyn did not say anything. She always has something to say, but she didn't say anything here. So now we're going home, okay? And Cody says, we'll discuss it tonight. But all of them are getting into the car, okay? All the adults. It always makes me laugh to think of all the adults in the car. But they're in Christine's car, okay? But Kody is driving and Robyn is in the front seat, okay? Now I have two thoughts on this, right? Of course, Robyn is going to be in the front seat all the time now because, she's pregnant and she's going to say, "Oh, I need to be in the front seat," okay? But also, I think Christine definitely deserved to be in the back seat because of her behavior toward poor pastor, right? So we're in Christine's house, okay? And we're being told that Gwen is not settling into the new house. She didn't want to leave Lehigh, neither did anybody else. But also, she's an outdoor kid. She loved her garden back in Lehigh, and she doesn't have that here. So Christine is going to make her like an outdoor space, and I love that. I love that Christine is doing that. Okay, but I see this backyard and like it's just barren. Like there's literally nothing there. And then I see like truly Maggie Simpson and this kid's huge bald head, right? It's just shining in the Las Vegas sun. And I thought, why has she not got a hat on her? This like why? I hope she had plenty of sunscreen on, okay? But she's just crawling, but like on rubble, like there's nothing there, okay? And she just looks feral, she just looks like this feral bald kid. And I thought, oh no, like somebody help her, I have to say, right, these brown kids are great. This is why the brown kids are great, okay? Because can you imagine one of Robyn's kids? Like she would have had to put down cotton wool for her kids to grow. And this is why the brown kids like can function and Robyn's kids like it can't function at all. So we're on the sofa, okay? And Christine wants to get a blow up pool and build Gwen a playhouse. So we see the pool, right? Now it's 18 foot, but there's only like 17 foot of space, okay? But I noticed that Christine has a notebook. And I thought, why? Like, why do you, like this is not a big like architectural design. You're just blowing up a damn pool. Why do you have this notebook, okay? But she says like she doesn't care about the size, whatever, it's gonna work. And I was wondering, where did we get the money for this? Like, where did the money come from? Okay. Now I see Kody, and Kody has the notebook. If this family can do anything, okay, they can definitely make a mountain out of a molehill. Like, definitely, okay. So Christine says they're having a family party tomorrow night in the new yard, okay, and I was happy about that, right? Now all the kids are helping. They're bringing in gravel and wood. But then I spot something. Just two mattresses just up against the wall in the backyard. Like, why are they there? Where did they come from? Where are they going? Like, I didn't understand. These people know that there's a camera crew coming to their houses, okay? Why are we doing this? Why? Why are we doing this, okay? This is why I love these people, okay? So they're so normal. So all the family is helping, okay? And Hunter, now this is an accident, okay? But Hunter accidentally, right, wellies Mary into the back of the head with a length of wood. But they both laugh, okay? Because I went back and I looked at this, okay? Now their first reaction, okay, was to laugh, okay? But I just thought that was very interesting because we hear a lot about Mary's treatment of the children. So I would have thought that your first reaction, if you're kind of an angry person, would to be angry. But that wasn't Mary's first reaction. It was like literally to laugh. Anyway, the plans are running late. Of course they are, because this is the Brown family. Now the adults are talking about Pastor Ray, okay? And they tell us they're discussing the youth group, okay? And we're in a house. Now they didn't tell us whose house we're in. I do not like that. I don't like that, okay? But I did find out later this is actually Mary's house, okay? But I hate when they do that. So anyway, Janelle liked this guy. Kody says that it didn't exactly go well. And I thought, you think, Kody? Because Christine basically called this guy a predator. Now, I had to take a moment for Janelle's look, okay? Because Janelle looks like a teacher, but she also looks like a school kid, like all combined, all joined up together, okay? I love that, okay? So anyway, on the sofa, Janelle says she doesn't care about the religious stuff, okay? She doesn't. What Janelle needs like basically a teenager kind of crash. She needs somewhere to get these kids to, okay? She needs somewhere for these kids to go. So I get a look at the skin bad, and I have to say, Las Vegas is not being kind to Kody, not being kind at all. Oh. Anyway, it's a firm no from everybody, okay, like about this youth group, except from Robyn. And I'm thinking Robyn is being like unusually quiet because she normally has like loads of crap to say, but she's not saying anything, okay? But Mary and Janelle agree they need somewhere for the kids to go. but they don't care, like, you know. And also, I was wondering, why does it have to be like a religious thing? Is there not like an after school club that kids go to, or like, a communal swimming pool or whatever, like somewhere for kids to hang out together? Like, why does it have to be religious? I didn't understand that. So now we find out, okay? We're asking the older kids about what they want to do, and they're basically saying they don't care. They just want friends and activities. Now, I'm with the kids on this, okay? And the adults are asking the kids who they're hanging out with and what their moral standards are, okay? And I'm thinking again, why on earth is Robin here? Like, these are the older teenagers, okay? Like, the older teenagers. So, like, her kids aren't even involved, okay? Now, I did see something, right? Oh, I did not like this. I did not like this at all, okay? Just way too much bare feet going on. But it's on carpet. People put their bare feet on, like many people, like several people have bare feet on carpet. And I thought, oh, that's absolutely and utterly disgusting. That could be a meeting. I hate carpet. I also don't like my feet to touch off anything. But like there was just I was thinking of all the bacteria and all like the dead skin just like lodged in the carpet on from somebody's feet and then somebody else's feet. Oh no, I didn't like it. It grossed me out. I think Cody says, right, that he's very open-minded. And I thought, are you, Cody? Are you like tell us, Cody, when is the last time that you spoke to Leon? Because I'll tell you something, okay? I have not once heard Cody mention Leon's name. Not once. So I'm wondering, like, just how exactly open-minded are you? Because I don't think I believe that. Anyway, he says that he's worried that the church will discriminate against him, okay? And Janelle is telling him that she disagrees, but like he's completely shooting her down. Now, the kids are totally open to hanging out with kids from any religion. Like, these kids don't care, okay? And then Mary says that they've always taught the kids to be open minded. And Maddie says they've always been told that they can pick their own church. And then Robin, right? Oh my God. Robin says you can pick your church when you're an adult, when your frontal lobe develops. And I thought, you absolute cheeky cow, this is not your kid. And this is not your. And by the way, you are new here. Like, take a damn seat. Like, she's telling these kids, okay, that they're not allowed to make a decision. She's telling these kids, right, that they can't choose, right? Now, bear in mind, okay, she chose to have premarital sex with David Preston Jessup, okay, and got knocked up with the biggest mistake of her life, by the way. Now, I have to say, I don't think that about dating at all. I think he's a very sweet kid. But so this woman, okay, who did that is now telling these kids that aren't hers that they have no choice. I didn't like that. I didn't like that, okay? But I can't believe that she's so comfortable talking to these kids like that. And when I was watching this, okay, I thought I'd have killed her. I really would have killed her, okay? Now, I know that people just say that in jest, but then that got me thinking about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Like, she can never, like, just say that. Like, when you just kind of say, oh man, I'm going to kill you or whatever. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, like, she can never say that. And I don't know why, but that just popped into my head. But anyway, okay, during this, and as this action interaction is taking place, right? Now, I don't get a great look at Janelle's expression. Unfortunately, I don't. But I do see that mother bear hand reaching out to Mighty, and I loved that, okay? I loved that. Now, the camera is pulling back, okay? So we have full screen now. And I have to say, now, although I don't see like the initial expression, I have to say, Janelle is not happy with this. I can tell by her face, okay? Now, Janelle is asking Hunter if he's interested in any socializing. This poor kid, okay? Because he's not interested, okay? He's just not interested in anything. And I thought to myself, this poor kid is just, he's going through like such a hard time, you know? And also Robin, I think Robin doesn't like him. I don't understand, she's such a cow. But anyway, apparently the meeting is over, okay? And now we're still talking about the damn youth group from the new sofa. So Mary and Janelle are on the same page, okay? Now the other three have completely different opinions. But Robin's kids aren't even part of this. Like anyway. So from Mary's house, okay? Robin, with her huge hairpiece on her face, says, we're basically killing ourselves trying to live this life. What on earth is she talking about, okay? It's a damn youth group. And now she's crying. Like, now oh my God, this woman. Do you know what I would love, okay? Like, Robin, I'd love to say to her, okay, you can do whatever you want to do with your kids, but these are not your kids, okay? And these are grown up. Also, Please get your kids into polygamy. I would love, the two daughters, I would absolutely love to see them in polygamy marriages. I would. I'd love to see how they would navigate it, how that would all go. And also, they have a stepdaddy, so it's kind of like, going full circle, just keeping the tradition alive. I have to say, the Browns ruined polygamy. They ruined polygamy for us. They really, really did. So they all decide to look for something else, okay, that the kids can do. And now they're gonna call Pastor Ray. I don't think that that's a good. I think just leave Pastor Ray alone. I think just leave him alone. Christine has basically called the dude a predator. Let's just leave him. I think he knows that you guys aren't coming back, and that's grand. So we're back in Christine's, okay, and a very feral, truly Maggie Simpson. And by the way, okay, this kid is looking really, really Mormon, but she's just like in the dirt, like just in the dirt, okay, like in the rubble, while Christine is raking. Now, we would never get this on another reality show, okay? We'd never get it. And I think this is why, like so many people, unfortunately, not the people in my life, they won't put in the work. They won't put in the work to watch the show. But I think this is why so many people love the Browns, okay? Because they're just so damn normal. And I love it, I have to say, like, I really do love it. And then Christine says they're going to be in this house for 18 months. This got me thinking all kinds of things, okay? How many times have this family moved? So they moved from Lehigh to here, and in Lehigh we found out that they were only there for 5 years. So where did they live before that? Now I know initially, okay, the three wives and Kody lived in a trailer. Jeez, it wouldn't have been great to have the cameras in there. But anyway, so they lived in the so did they go from the trailer straight to the Lehigh house? Because they would have having like a rake of kids, because they were only in the Lehigh house for 5 years. I want to know so much more, and I don't know, and I really, really, really would love to know. Now, I am glad to say, okay, I am glad to say that someone put the baby on the smooth concrete, okay? Now, Christine is telling us, right, that she wants her house to be a hangout for the kids. She wants it to be safe and fun. And I thought, I love that. This is what I love about Christine, okay? She thinks of everybody. Like, she doesn't think of herself. She doesn't even think of herself and her biological children. She also thinks of the other children, okay? So she thinks of everyone. She thinks of the whole family, and I love that. So now I see grass, okay? And Christine is saying it's gorgeous. And I thought, is it though? Is it really, Christine? It looks like a rug. It literally just looks like a rug, okay? This is not grass. Well, it's not, I think it's plastic or something, okay? But it doesn't look like grass, like a lawn. It just looks like a rug, okay? And now I see truly Maggie Simpson in another little outfit, okay? And it does a huge shine on this kid's dome. And I thought, put a damn hat on her, okay? And get this kid out of the damn pool, okay? Like she is Casper White. She's Casper White, okay? And she is gonna get so burnt. She really will. She'll be burnt. She would be actually burned to a crisp, okay? So anyway, this is going to be a surprise for the little kids, and everyone is helping. And now Robyn is coming with the kids, so like she didn't get to help. She just got to bring the kids in, like, to enjoy. So apparently the kids love it. And then I see Gwen's playhouse. Now, I don't. This is not a play. This looks like a trellis, okay, where you would put like vines, like to grow through, okay. But I was also wondering, okay, does it get like windy in Las Vegas? Cause I think this is just gonna blow down. I think this is just gonna blow down, like at the next like windy evening that they have. And now I get a full look. I get a full look at this 18-foot pool in the 17-foot space. And there's only one word for this, okay? And it's sad. The word for this pool is sad. It really, really is. But the kids are saying that they love it, okay? So that's all that matters, and I was happy for them. So on Friday, Janelle is having a party, okay? Like a teenager party at her house in the pool. And then we find out Mary has a pool too. And I thought, hang on a second. Mary has a pool. No wonder, no wonder that Mary's house was the most expensive, okay? So we're at Janelle and the kids are like having a pool party. Now Father Logan is sorting this out because we know he is. And I'm seeing the kids jump in the pool. I have to say, I'm very confused about the modesty rules, okay? I really am. Because these kids are in swimsuits. Now, I know in the Duggar family, okay, that they cover from head to toe. Like, regardless, if you're going swimming, doesn't matter if it's scorching out, it doesn't matter, okay? The Duggar kids are covered from head to toe. So I get that that's a rule, okay? I can follow that rule because I know it never changes. That's the rule, okay? But now, like, these kids are in their swimsuits. But McKelty was like being given out to, and she got into trouble for being in her own house with like a triple layer top and a cardigan and a pair of jeans and a boots because she. So I don't understand the modesty rules. Can someone please explain that to me? So the kids' friends are over. Now I have to say I get bothered again because there's no name tags on anybody. I hate that. I really, really hate that, okay? I really do. So I can tell that a couple of these girls are like Logan. I can't tell that, okay? So the kids are playing, right? And Janelle is barbecuing. I loved seeing that, okay? I loved seeing that because I know that she's not really confident cooking, okay? But also she looks really happy here. She does. I think Janelle, okay, I think Janelle's a great mother. But I think Janelle like really comes into her own as a mother as the kids are getting older. You know, she seems to really enjoy that stage of like motherhood. You know, when the kids are like that bit older. Okay, and we get a picture of Janelle just sitting like at the barbecue looking at the kids. And the first thing that came into my mind was that looks like my nanny. That looks like my nanny, like just sitting there, you know, with the apron on, making the food, all the kids like having a good time, and I loved that. I loved that. So Cody says, right, that they're conservative and a pool party is a bit fringe for him. And then he says, so he's keeping an eye on the kids. And I thought, keep your eyes off these kids, Cody. Keep your eyes off these kids. These are all teenagers in swimsuits. Maybe don't say things like that, okay? So we're meeting some of the parents, okay? No name tags, but I can tell you, I know this to be true, okay? This couple of swingers. I just know it. I just know it to be true. Anyway, they're asking Cody how he feels about the boys and girls having a pool party together, okay? And Cody says that he trusts Logan. But then he says it's weird that he's in the pool with a bunch of girls. Like, why? Why is that weird? And also, if you're gonna say things like if you're gonna think things like that, okay, why on earth did you have a pool party in the first place? And like, what do you expect Logan to do? Okay, like, is he not supposed to enjoy the pool and like enjoy being with the other kids? Like, I really did not appreciate this. I didn't like it. Okay, now I'm about to get incredibly bothered. Okay, because now these swingers are saying that Logan is with a harem, and I thought. Don't you dare talk about Father Logan like that. Oh, Father Logan is the purest. You know, like, how dare you speak about this child like that? And also, you better not let Janelle hear you saying things like that. So now Cody is going outside and he's asking Father Logan if he invited any boys. And I thought, why? Like, you're just embarrassing him, you know? Like, I hate when parents act like this, okay? Also, I noticed that Janelle wasn't around. I don't think Janelle would have been happy with this. But Father Logan says that Hunter didn't want to come. Now Janelle says that Hunter is in his room. This poor kid, okay, this poor kid. But I do see him with his computer. Now games did always make me feel better, so I hope that they were making him feel better soon. But now we find out that Hunter rang Christine and wanted to go to hang out with Christine. And truly Maggie Simpson. Oh, my heart, my heart. And we see Hunter, okay? We see Hunter giving the baby a yogurt. And I thought, this kid loves a yogurt. This kid loves a yogurt. Anyway, Christine says that truly Maggie Simpson is Hunter's therapy. That's great. And I love it. I really, really do, okay? But maybe we need some actual therapy. Maybe we do, you know? And Janelle says, okay, that she loves that her sister wives can relate to her kids. Now, I know that to be true. I know it to be true. But I also know this to be true. She's talking about Christine here. She is. So we're back at the party, okay, and we see the kids, and they're all having a bit of crack. And Cody says it's good to see the kids making friends. Well, if it's good to see them making friends, stop embarrassing them, Cody. Like, stop it, you know? Anyway, Janelle is delighted. Janelle is delighted that the kids are making friends and that they had a good time. But apparently and unfortunately, these kids are still struggling. These kids are still struggling. Now, do you know what you need when you're struggling mentally, okay? Do you know what you really need? You need your father, okay? You need your parents to give you a sex talk because that's the next episode. I don't like to look too far ahead, okay? I really, really don't. But I know that that's the next episode because I seen a clip of it and I thought, yeah, that's a that's a pretty good thing to do when when your kids are having like a hard time mentally. Yeah, give them a sex talk in front of a camera crew. You know, that's really going to help them. Anyway, this is our recap of season 3, episode 1, part 2. If you enjoyed, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody.